All right, Riley, so one of the first things we're going to want to do is we're going to need to take virgin 4570 brass, and we have to start neck sizing it down. We have to do this in steps. Hopefully you can see this. Get it where you can kind of see it. Maybe there you can. So what we have to do it in process. You can't do it all at once. Generally, you'll just cave the neck in. So I'm going to start setting up dies in this the press to start forming this. First thing we have to do, got to put our shell holder in. To get this in, it just simply clicks in. There's a little keeper that snaps it in there. These case forming dies we're going to start with are the two that I showed you earlier in these plastic cases. If you look up here, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it says 35 Kinzer F1, 35 Kinzer F2. That's a first forming die, that's a second forming die. Now I've preset these for your press, so all you have to do is screw them down until it seats up against that. I've pre-lubed these cases already, so what you're going to see is we're going to start from this. Run in the die, all the way up in there. And you can start to see it necks it down partially. You would do that first step to all the brass that you have. Once you have it done with the neck form size 1 with all the brass, however many pieces you would have, then you'd put the neck form size 2 in there, and we go from this to this. It's kind of hard to tell on the video, but anyway, there's your process for that. Now ultimately, you're going to get to the die that is what they call a full-length size die. This is essentially going to be the third die in the series that will it'll finish the geometry of the case off. And again, I set all these as well for your press. So the final size, now it's hard to see on the video, but what it did is it straightened that shoulder up to a 40 degree and made it a little bit sharper. So now your brass is ready to go and actually go in the gun to load the stuff. So that's the process. You'll use that same process for all of them. Run all your brass through die number 1, change dies, screw it down, run all your brass through die number 2, and then change to the full length size die and run all your brass through this one. So all the pieces of brass you have will have to be run through all 3 dies. That's only when you're doing virgin brass, when you're actually making it from scratch, from 4570 straight wall into your cartridge case. Now after you've fired the stuff once, you load it and fire it, all you'll need to use is this one die here, the full length size die, because you've already formed your cases and they're ready to go except for sizing the neck on them back down to reload them. So you'll be good just using this one after the initial sizing.